we're just hopping right into this kind of stuff. Back and forth between leg presses, leg extensions. I think today we'll do some deadlifting. The reason why we do this before we start our training, a couple reasons. One is, pre-exhaust method. Pump a lot of blood in the area. Works really good as a warm-up. We're all too fat and too lazy to like stretch and really warm up, and so this is a good way to do it. The other thing is it just gives us a nice excuse for underperforming. So when I go to deadlift, I only got like 3 plates over there. I can be like, oh man, it's because I did all those reps. Moving into some sumo deadlifting, mixing in some reverse hypers. A lot of people get the reverse hyper wrong. They tend to, Blaine Sumner had a good video on it the other day. He was doing single leg to kind of avoid, as Ben just put it just now, he said, avoid the mermaid extension. So you want to come up. I'll show you on the next set, but you're only going to come up to like here. There's no reason to try to kick your leg back behind you and up over your head. The whole point of the reverse hyper and why Louis Simmons invented it was to have your spine decompressed. And if you overextend like that, you're going to cause a lot of compression. Anyone with a hurt back, just sit down and overarch your lower back as hard as you can. Tell me how good that feels. Feels terrible, right? So we don't want to do that on this exercise. We're going from neutral to slightly rounded, allowing the hips to kind of pull underneath us, and then we're coming back up and through, and we're using our butt. Trying to almost hold the weight at the top, try to catch it on the way down. You're not like letting loose like this. You're not doing this kind of thing. Holding tight the whole time. There you go, boy. 3, 4. Yeah, I'm trying to force myself to use lighter weights. My deadlift's not super strong right now anyway, so I got some other lifts kind of in between. Really just trying to focus in on form, and whenever I say I'm going to focus in on form, it never happens. So trying to, take my legs away first. That's why we did the leg extension and the leg press, and now doing the reverse hyper in between. It's like now I got to kind of think about my form, because I'm like, man, I can't let all that weight sit in my lower back, and I almost can't feel like I can't even use my quads. So survival mode here. And then I want you just to try to only bend from your hips, but push your hips back. So you're gonna kind of go here, like this, almost like you're flexing your hip flexor in here to pull yourself towards the ground, and try to keep your back really neutral and your legs almost completely straight. They can be like a little bit bent, but I think that you'll start to probably wiggle around, because I think your hamstrings are just super tight. Yeah. Give that a try.
So here, legs straight.
Yep. Show us the little legs there. Give us a little diaper. Stand up totally straight. Flex your butt forward, and actually try to like go like this to the ground, like you're squatting, so your hips are right underneath your shoulders. So
Is it pretty bad?
no, that's how you should actually stand. Flex your quads, like flex them like this way, boom, that way. Drive your heels to the ground. Try to relax your breathing a little bit more. Okay, now we're just going to bend right from the hip. Push the hips back. See how you automatically craned over right here? Come back up. Try to relax a little bit. Give yourself a minute. The big thing we need to work on with you is just your standing, this standing period. A lot of us will tend to be like this,
Right.
or like this, and like me, I have a shitty hip, so I'm probably like on this side, then I'm messing up this side, right? For you, it'd be like, okay, brace my stomach, like you're getting ready for a punch. There you go, good. It's like turned on 10-20%, and even your butt. Turn on your butt about 10-20%. You're not like, you're not like flexing on them, but you're keeping everything kind of together. So you're standing in line waiting for your cold brew. You know, be like, oh shit, I'm like this. I'm like this, I'm like this on my phone. Try to go. Try to just be a little bit more conscious of it. Go ahead and try it again. Go right from the hips.
That's a lot better, Andrew.
I'll take this. This is called a waiter's bow. Just gonna hold this like yay. Try to keep your chest up the whole time. I'm not great at this either. I can already feel my lower back getting tense. Like here. And just however far you can go until you start doing that. That makes sense?
Yeah. So back just gives up.
So try to hold the crooks.
So
Your elbow.
okay. And then all the way up to my chest, or kind of
Just wherever's comfortable is fine. This would be good exercises to mess with, like here and there. Good stretch.
yeah.
Do sets of 10 at the end of a workout, or even to warm up. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. Go all the way down until so you can get your shoulders past where your hips are. I'll kind of let you know when you're getting there. Getting close to being even. Yeah, there you go. Good. And you had to go over a little bit, but it wasn't bad.
Feels like I'm just pushing my butt way out though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep. That's what you should be doing on your deadlifts to get your legs out of the way. And your legs would shimmy less because I think you're starting to get on the balls of your foot, and that's why you're doing that. You want to be more on the midfoot and heels. Yeah. Well, now that I know you can move like that, we'll be able to fix that really easy.
Final nutrient.
So right here, we're working on a touch and go box squat. Just this gets us a reference point in terms of depth. I am not great with depth, so if I have a target, it makes it easier for me to get down there. We started out today with some leg presses and leg extensions to get a lot of blood into the area, and to prevent me at least, from like going too bonkers on the deadlift. Ended up with I think it was like 425 for a set of 5 against the bands, which is pretty good, and probably even still a little too ambitious for where my strength level is right now. Once we were done with back and forth between deadlift, we did some reverse hyper, and then now this is like a hypertrophy exercise. We're doing sets of 10, and we're trying to control the weight. We're just gonna go one after another and try to get in at least 2 or 3 good top sets. Then we're gonna finish today's workout with some conditioning. So try to stay tight, and even if you come up before the box, then go ahead and do it. There you go, good. There you go, good, yep, nice. We're trying to do our best to stay upright as much as we can. For me, I started to lose my core, and then I was squatting like this. It's a great exercise for those of you that lean over in your squat. Movement like this is great. It's gonna help build the quads, help build your core. Almost a little bit like a front squat, I'd say. Go bend, 2 reps. Good job, Wayne. 1 rep, everybody. That Muay Thai knee. Yeah. 2 reps. I was weird trying the left knee. Yep. There we go.
I like that.
I haven't jumped down from anything in a long time. I'm like, how's it gonna work?